Hey everyone, my name is Paul and I have a UFO in my garage. Now you're probably wondering, where did I get this thing? Alright, here's what happened. There I was just chilling and this alien comes in out of nowhere shooting lasers at me. Pew pew pew! And I was like... Then he crashes because he was texting and long story short, it's my UFO now. What, you don't believe me? Okay fine, I built this UFO. It all started with a crazy idea for a space-themed Halloween party decoration. I cut most of the way through this half-inch diameter steel electrical conduit. I used 30 feet of conduit and bent it in a circle. Actually, a pentadecagon. That means it has 15 sides. The perimeter is exactly 30 feet, which means the diameter is a little less than 10 feet. The center of the UFO is made of one 10-foot long section and has 5 sides. It's galvanized, so I have to sand the zinc coating off before I can weld it. I made sure all the corners were the same angle, then welded everything together. I used 5 folding chairs in the driveway to set the height of the outer ring. I also welded in mounting brackets for lights and a fog machine. The next step is adding cardboard panels to the UFO. I got a little help for this part. Thanks, Nick. We started with 5 panels in the corners, then 5 more to fill in the rest. The cardboard is held onto the metal frame with duct tape. Normally, it's for taping ducks together, but it works for UFOs too. I want the UFO to light up evenly, so I'm painting the inside white. I'm just using regular house paint and a roller. This also hides the fact that I just taped a bunch of bike boxes together. The UFO is upside down now, and I'm taping on the lower panels. I'm starting with the corners of the pentagon. I also got my yoga in for the day. Is that downward dog or the UFO crawl? I don't know. You tell me. Now I'm just taping down the outer part of the cardboard. This was very boring, but in fast forward, it's not so bad. Okay, 5 more pieces of cardboard, and this thing is starting to look like a real flying saucer. I'm sure real aliens build their spacecraft out of unobtainium, but I'm poor and cardboard is free. I'm using 2-inch long brads to rivet the cardboard pieces together. It's like a bolt, but way cheaper and easier. On the inside, I push the brad flat, then tape it so it can't pull back out. By now, I've climbed under the UFO more than 10 times and it's getting annoying, so I came up with a clever way to install these small triangles. I'm using the first brad to hold the piece while I push 2 more through. Now that I have holes in the right place, I flip the brads so they point up. Now I can just pull up on them and use tape to hold everything in place. This is great because I didn't want to climb inside the UFO 10 more times. The UFO has 15 sides and 15 faces. I want a triangle centered on each panel. I just use a razor to cut them out. NASA made all their spacecraft out of aluminum foil back in the day, so I'll just copy them here. I'm using 3M spray adhesive to hold it in place. The frame already has a mounting spot for the fog machine, so now I can just bolt it on. I considered making an access panel to fill the fogger, but it's so easy to take it down that I just skipped that part. It's also getting a party laser and this cool hologram alien head. Not my head, I mean that plastic thing. The perimeter has an LED light strip that can do all the colors. There are 15 fans to blow the fog down. And of course, the party laser is just below the alien. Just like my Tinder dates, this thing looks much better in the dark. Check out this ridiculous remote. As the UFO fills with fog, you'll notice the fans will blow it down under the UFO, making the laser look even cooler. You're probably wondering how in the world I'm going to put this thing up in the air. I started by tying some rope around the chimney and this metal pipe up on the roof. Then the ropes go down in the backyard. The other end goes up in this tree. I had my friend help me carry the UFO into the yard, and we were hoping to just pull on the rope and get it up in the air. The UFO weighs about 80 pounds, so we should be able to lift it. Either I don't understand ropes very well, or the anti-gravity in this UFO needs to be fixed. The rope didn't work, so I ran 2 cables from the house to the tree with pulleys in the middle. I used 550 paracord and pulled the UFO straight up at 4 points. Well, that's all done. Okay, bye.